What's up guys, this is Corey. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Today I'm going to be talking about a viewer requested movie, this one from 1986, Back to School. So Back to School stars Rodney Dangerfield, Keith Gordon, Robert Downey Jr., Sally Kellerman, and Burt Young, and it basically follows Rodney Dangerfield. He is a big and tall salesman. He owns this business. He never went to college. He has this son, and he's been divorced a couple of times, and after he finds his new wife cheating on him, he decides that he's going to go back to school, and he's going to go to the school where his son is, and just kind of spend time with his kid, plus at the same time get an education, get a degree, and make something of himself. Now, with a Rodney Dangerfield film, one can expect a lot of puns, a lot of kind of one-liner jokes, and this film has a very big abundance of these types of jokes, and that's kind of what Rodney Dangerfield's thing was. He'd throw a lot of one-liners, a lot of zingers and stuff, and a lot of the times they're very funny, sometimes get a little old, but Rodney Dangerfield really was a comedic genius of his time, and sadly he did pass away several years ago, but he definitely had a huge impact on the 80s in the comedic film era. So Back to School was directed by Alan Metter, whose other works included Girls Just Want to Have Fun and Police Academy Mission to Moscow. Those were kind of the two biggest names I could tell from his filmography. And honestly, the Police Academy film, that after two, they started going downhill. The third one was still okay, but after three, it just was pointless. And that was like the fifth or sixth one that came out. Granted, I never saw it, but I don't think it was very good from what I've heard. But how was this film? This film I thought was decent. The overall film as a whole, it had definitely some funny moments. It had a unique enough story. I don't think I've ever actually seen a film that the dad goes back to school, but then again, it has a lot of the same cliches that you see in a lot of these 80s comedies. Honestly, it just kind of felt like, I've seen this movie before, but, different scenarios and stuff. And granted, Rodney Dangerfield is very funny in the film. I don't think that the film overall was strong enough to just support his character. But does that mean that this movie's bad? No, it's definitely not a bad film. I did enjoy it for what it's worth. I did find a lot of the scenes to be rather humorous, especially Rodney Dangerfield. Although I do think that at times he was a little too much with the one-liners and such. There's only about so much I can take with all the one-liners, and this film kind of met my quota about an hour into the film. It about met my quota, and there's still about another half hour left. But it's still an enjoyable film. It's innocent enough. I'd even say it's kind of a cute film to sit through. Robert Downey Jr., as I mentioned, was in this film, and he played a different character from what I've normally seen him do, and he wasn't bad. Rodney Dangerfield's son, Keith Gordon, was pretty good as well. Nothing really to stand out by, but he was pretty good for what it's worth. Overall, I think I will recommend this. It's it's enjoyable enough. For someone who may like puns and one-liners a little better than me, will probably enjoy this film a lot more. And I do think that it is enjoyable enough. I keep saying that, but it is. It's an enjoyable film. I don't think it'd be one that I'd watch many times over, but if nothing else is on, I'd probably put it on. But yeah, so overall, I'm going to give Back to School a 7.1 out of 10. So tell me, guys, have you seen Back to School? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What'd you think of Rodney Dangerfield? What'd you think of his one-liners and puns? What'd you think of the story? What'd you think of the characters? What'd you think of the comedy overall? Comment below, let me know. Love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And as always, I am Corey, and I will see you guys in the next one.